Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome to Week 6 football night in P-Town. If I look a little disheveled, it's because I am, and it's been a crazy, crazy day in our league and also just in the NFL as well. Tons and tons of upsets, and I know a lot of that's probably going to be leading right into our fantasy as well, our fantasy league. So kind of like last week when I had Tyler on, it's just me tonight. But like last week when I had Tyler on, I'm going to run through where our games are at going into Sunday Night Football, Eagles against the Cowboys, and some top players from those matchups, and then overall just top players. And then if I have some time, we'll kind of go into maybe some open waiver wire. Not too sure. But either way, it's just me going solo tonight because Tyler was out fishing. So let's go ahead and jump right into it then. So I'm going to go right from the bottom of the scoreboard. The app is finally working. Thank God. Next year, boys, 100%. We're just doing ESPN, definitely. And also, I know you guys can't necessarily see it, but got to rep my birds. Jalen Hurts is good t-shirt, fresh from Barstool Sports. I need him to have a big game for me tonight. Definitely. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into it. First matchup I'll run into is Ruggs Driving School against Injured Reserve affiliates. So we got Dill and Marquise. Currently, that game is at 112-81, and that's a 6 versus 8 matchup. So Dylan currently has about 60 minutes left, and Marquise has 120 minutes left. So while the game is kind of separated a little bit right now, it's projected to finish a lot closer. So Dylan's projected to get 126-42, and Marquise is projected 101-95. So looking at it real quick, Jamar Chase was the top player for Ruggs Driving School and top player for Injured Reserve affiliates. Looked like it was who else but Christian McCaffrey, who is also on the trade block right now. So they're listening for offers. So who knows, man? Might need to trade him away as well. I know we were kind of talking about a deal a little while ago. But anyway, that's Ruggs Driving School against Injured Reserve affiliates. And that game could get interesting. Like I said, CeeDee Lamb is coming up for Marquise, and then we have Mike Williams for Dylan. All right, so that one's going to wind up looking pretty saucy. If we're coming with the next game, we got a 9-2 matchup here. We got Blay against Riley, Fuddruckers V5 against Buttonwood Kayakers, and this match is pretty much dead even. It's 111-42 to 111-40. So a lot of interesting stuff happening with this matchup today. Anyway, right now we have Blay with 140 minutes remaining on his roster. Where'd it go? 120 minutes remaining on his roster, and Riley only has 60. So let's go ahead and look into the top players and the remaining players. So right now, top player for Blay is we had Mark Andrews with 23 points. And remaining, we have, who's that? Cortland Sutton playing on Monday night. And then his kicker, Brett Mayer, playing tonight against my Birds. And then for Riley, the only remaining player is going to be Zeke. So little work left to do, but that game is actually slotted to finish in an upset potentially. So we're looking at a projected final score, Fuddruckers V5, 132-69 to Buttonwood Kayakers, 122-37. So that'll be a huge upset move in the rankings if that does hold true after tomorrow night. That's a 9-2 matchup. So we'll see what happens with that one. Extremely, extremely interesting. Now, the next matchup I'm going to go into kind of is a little bit of a head scratcher for me. I'm just kind of like, where is this guy's mind at? I don't even know if he checked his roster this week or if he's just literally that injured. So we've got MDV against Montana Megalodons. So we got Mike currently sitting at 2-3. He's got no time left with his roster. He's 7th in the league. And then we have Montana Megalodons at 1-4 with 120 minutes left on his roster. But the surprising numbers right now, Mike is at 53-68, and he's done. That's it. No more players left. And then Cam is currently at 76, but he's already locked that one in. So that game is sealed for the week. Looks like Montana Megalodons are heading out of week 6 with a win. Top players for MDV. Let's check that one out. Again, not a lot of movement here, not a lot of scoring. Holy shit, dude. If you would have checked your bench, you had 3 guys over 10 points on your bench. Michael Pittman, excuse me, not Micah Pittman. Michael Pittman had 26. Christian Kirk had 10. Chase Claypool, 23. Man, dude, you really left a lot of points on the board there. So he finished with 53, no players left. His top starting player was Kyler Murray with only 14 points. And then you have the Montana Megalodons, who currently top player right now on the roster is my boy Jalen Waddle, who had a costly fumble against the Vikes this afternoon. We were driving going downfield, and it was like 3rd and plus 10. I don't even know the yardage, but there was a really well thrown ball from Teddy Two Gloves. He caught it and then just wound out dropping that ball. And it was actually a fumble, which gave the Vikes the ball back, and then the rest is history after that. So that's why I'm rooting for the Eagles tonight. Got my birds going on, and again, I need a fantasy win because I'm technically 0 for 6 over the last 3 weeks for my football teams. Florida State has lost 3 straight. The Dolphins have lost 3 straight, so you boys down bad. But anyway, that is MDV against Montana Megalodon. So congrats to Cam for walking out of here being 2-4 going into week 7 with 76-32 over MDV's 53.68. So now we have our next matchup, which is 4 versus 1. So we have a playoff matchup pretty much. Senior Al Hefferson against Broward County Beefcake. So big implications here for this matchup. Senior Al Hefferson is 4 and the Beefcakes are 1. So Joe has about 180 minutes left and Ryan's got 0. So currently that score is Beefcakes 114 to Senior Al Hefferson's 89. And that game is slotted to end out projected 131-29 in favor of Senior Al Hefferson to Broward County Beefcakes 114-46. So that would be a huge upset if that actually went through. So right now, Senior Al Hefferson, top performing player. Let's see what he has here. Ramondre Stevenson looks like that's coming in at 25 points. And then Brees Hall with 20 is his next best. Where is Justin Jefferson on his roster? Not there. Was there a trade that happened that I missed? Oh, he had 16 points. See, coming from me watching the Dolphins game, I felt like he absolutely just annihilated it the entire time. So then top player right now for the Beefcakes looks like it's going to be who else but Josh. No, I'm sorry. Brandon Ayuk with 28 points. Next best is going to be Josh Allen with 26. So he's sitting pretty at 114, but Senior Al Hefferson, a lot of time left on his roster. Looking pretty good. He's got Justin Herbert left. He also has A.J. Brown, and Cowboys defense as well. So that could be a huge upset. It could help out a lot of people who are currently sitting in that playoff spot or looking to get into that playoff spot as well. So now we're going to go ahead and jump into my matchup. So 2-on at 2-on, who's number 3 in the league against No Flock and Kamish, Tyler, sitting at number 5. And I'm not going to lie to y'all. Again, I hate that term. Not going to lie. I hate when I say that. It's all good though. But I completely laid an egg this week. I was really iffy about a lot of things on my roster coming into this week. But like I said, I have 2 birds playing tonight. I've got Jalen Hurts, who is good. And then I also have Devontae Smith and Gerald Everett on Monday night. So currently my top performing player, Tyreek Hill, went off with 29.7. And right now for Tyler, his best player is Stephon Diggs with 30. He's probably going to be one of the highest performers in the league right now. But Tyler currently only has 60 minutes left. I have 180 minutes left, and he has Dallas Go Dirt still remaining on his roster to finish out tonight. So I fingers crossed, guys, that my birds can pull it out. You got Jalen, Devontae Smith, and then Gerald Everett on Monday night tomorrow night. So we'll see. But that's the roundup of all of our games. And then I'm going to jump into top players from each position really quickly and kind of run it from there. So top quarterback comes from Riley, currently coming into Sunday Night Football with Joe Burrow at 32. Matt Ryan at 27, who actually is on waivers right now. And then Josh Allen with 26. Top running backs right now on no flocking. We got Deion Jackson with 28. Senora Hefferson's Ramondre Stevenson with 25, and injured reserve affiliate CMC with 22. And then you got Leonard Fournette and Breece Hall coming in to round out the top 5 with 22 and 20 points. All right. Top receivers for week 6, Jamar Chase with Ruggs Driving School, 32 points. Next on the list, we have Stephon Diggs with 30. And then on 2 and on, my guy, Tyreek Hill. Then rounding out the top 5, we got Brandon Ayuk with 28 and Michael Pittman with 26. Top tight ends from week 6, Mike Gesicki, currently available on waivers. 2 tutties today for 24.9 points. And then we have Mark Andrews, who is currently on Fuddruckers with 23.6. Travis Kelce on Buttonwood with 19.2. Rounding out the top 5 on waivers, Robert Tonyan with 19, and George Kittle with how many points? 16 points. All right, I'm not going to do the flex spot. Again, all these top kickers, with the exception of Suckup, I'm looking at the top 5 kickers. They're all currently on waivers. So I might have to drop my young ho and pick up a kicker on waivers here. So top kicker, we have Will Lutz with 14. Ryan Suckup on no flocking with 14. On waivers, we have Jason Myers of the Seattle Seahawks with 13 points. And then 12 points, Cade York from the Browns. All these guys are on waivers. And then Harrison Butker on waivers, number 5, with 11 points. So if anybody needs a serviceable kicker, it was the same situation last week when I ran through it. All these kickers are pretty much available on waivers. So that rounds out the recap of all the games, plus each team's top player coming into Sunday Night Football, which is going to be getting going here at about 8:20, and the top players so far this week as well. So that's all I got. I want to keep this episode around 15 minutes every time I hop in here on a Sunday night in between the 4:30s and the Sunday Night Football game. So good luck the rest of the week. Go Birds. And I'll see you guys on Tuesday night. Peace.